if you can hear me okay. If you guys don't know me, my name's Tyreen. I am P2000 in LFG. I basically do these morning calls every day because I have been trading for over a year and a half. And one thing that I've noticed, guys, in trading is mindset. So I started trading really because I just wanted more time. And when I started trading, one thing I've realized is that no matter how good I was with trading, no matter how good the skills were, no matter how amazing everything was, like I jumped on Go Live, I had the best mentor, I actually have an 8-figure mentor, like I had the best situation. But the one thing that I realized was with poor mindset, I wasn't that great at trading. So what I started doing for my team, and guys, I'm going to open it up for this week as well for everyone, so do spread the news. But one thing I realized was the more you focused on mindset, the more money was made. And that wasn't just in trading, but that was in business as well. So how many of you guys are actually trading live right now? Put 111 in the chat if you're trading live right now. So live trading, yeah? Live trading, not demo trading, live trading, okay? Demo trading is good for a good few weeks, guys, a few days, but come on, it's all about live, right? So one thing I wanted to do this week is actually just see who is an amazing guy to look at for mindset, and also how can we learn from him. And actually 5 days ago there was big news release, so I'm about to start this training, guys. Make sure you get a pen and paper ready, put your cameras on so everyone can see that you are happy to go, that you are actually, one thing is straight, guys, is that you should put your cameras on anyway. You guys are all beautiful people. Why are you hiding? Why are you showing that you're not on camera? Because you're probably not working. You're just here. You know, I get these people that jump on Zooms and then just leave their phone line around while they do fuck all. Guys, we don't need to do that, okay? Your name doesn't mean anything, so make sure you do put your cameras on and let's get started. Okay, so today's training is about Jeff Bezos. So with this whole week, guys, we're going to be thinking like Jeff Bezos, okay? Because I actually asked my team, who, by the way, and everyone voted Jeff Bezos. I don't actually know why, but I can see that a lot of you guys are interested in him. So for sure, we're going to learn a little bit about Jeff Bezos and how we can relate that into trading and mindset, okay? So we do want to get started. So make sure you guys get a notebook and pen ready. Let's go. So how much is Jeff Bezos worth right now? Oh, sorry. How much is Jeff Bezos worth right now? He's the first person in the world to be worth $200 billion. Okay, so he is the first person in the world who can actually be, but yeah, $200 billion. Now that was only announced last Wednesday, guys. So that was only announced last Wednesday. So you should know that he is definitely worth the biggest in the world, okay? Now that's something that you guys should really take note on, because we are learning from someone who has made 200 billion, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but we need to see how and why, because if you want to be the best, you need to learn from the best, okay? So Amazon has increased in value by 2% last week. So 2% is a huge increase, by the way, in stocks. But he and that increased his net worth up by $4.9 billion. Now he's worth nearly $90 billion more than Bill Gates, okay? So he's like a prodigy. Like, it's actually insane. And Amazon stock is up 80% during lockdown. Guys, put in the chat, how many of you guys ordered something on Amazon this lockdown? How many of you guys ordered something on Amazon this lockdown? How many of you guys were like, oh, it's okay, we got Amazon? Like, how many of you guys didn't even fear lockdown because you know we have Amazon? Like, I didn't even fear it, guys. I genuinely didn't even fear lockdown, because I was like, oh, forget that. Like, we got Amazon. I don't really like people. I don't want to be around people anyway. Thank God for Amazon, right? So you guys understand how one man had one idea and pretty much funded the whole of the world during lockdown, right, with his things. So guys, he has 11% stake. Now the reason why we're going deep into him is because you need to know how he's making money, right? So he has 11% stake in Amazon, and that is worth more than 90% of his fortune. So 11% stake, that's it, right? And he's worth that much money. Okay, so 11% stake. 25% of the stake was given in a divorce, which is roughly worth about $63 billion. dollars. So he did lose 25% through a divorce. But this guy did not stop. He didn't care. And then Corona hit, and listen to that. He's made all the money back anyway. So, guys, this is a guy to definitely take note on. And we're going to do a 5-day boot camp this week on him, different traits that he has. It's very, very short call, only about half an hour or so. So definitely take some notes. So one thing that, guys, you need to learn from Jeff Bezos is that he has innovation. So write that down, innovation, right? The reason why I want you to guys write down how he thinks and how he is because you're going to emulate that and you're going to replicate that and you're going to be much better at who you are this week, okay? So he had innovation. The first thing that he did when he was a child, I think it was like a child or something like 12, 13, is he created a sound alarm to guard his room, right? He created a sound alarm to guard his room against his siblings, okay? So he started with innovation very, very young, and he also understood that he can create. Now, guys that are trying to build a business right now and people who are trying to come up with their trading strategy, you need to be innovative in yourself, right? So you need to understand how your mind thinks and how you can actually progress with that, okay? So in terms of all my traders on the call, if you're wondering how do we become innovative, okay, how do you become innovative? Learning. How do you use your creativity in actually focusing on trading, right? Because everyone has no time. I've had so many guys like message me and be like, oh, I don't have time, I'm back to work, blah, blah, blah. And this big sob story, right? And then I keep thinking, guys, like you don't need to give the sob story if you don't have time. You just need to be creative in what you do with that time. So for instance, I know some people who have to do mindset, right, in the shower, right? Because they have time in the shower and you put mindset on. I know some people who are marking up charts before they go to bed, right? Before they go to bed and set price alerts. So then the next day, they're already gone, okay? If you don't use creativity in kind of what you're doing, you will not be successful in this. Now, in terms of business, right, I have so many people that say, oh yeah, I want to go P1 this or P50, whatever. Right? They want to grow their business, but then when it comes down to being creative about their business, they've got no ideas. And then they wonder why they're not getting paid. Guys, innovation is so important. You cannot do the same thing you did last year and expect different results, okay? And Jeff Bezos is a great idea of that, right? He created an online portal because let's just be real what Amazon really is. It started as an online portal, right? That's it. Online portal. Yeah, in books, right? Books. He then wrote down all the descriptions and he made sure that people understood the books because he knew there would be a demand for it. Now that's being innovative. But guys, you can't expect someone to carry your business for you, to carry your trading account for you, to do everything for you with you having no creativity. I see some people writing the same posts on Instagram day in, day out, but they don't follow any new people. So it's just really saturated to the same people. I see the same people moaning about the same things they moaned about a month ago. I see the same people not progressing. And then I see the same traders making the same mistakes because they're not being innovative in how they learn. So it's kind of like, how do you guys expect that this week will go any different if you're doing the same thing you did last week, right? So how can we become innovative? Write this down. First thing, stand-up meetings, right? Stand-up meetings. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, cool. I'm trying to grow my business. What do you mean stand-up meetings? Guys, if you're trying to grow your business, right, or you're trying to do a training, or you're trying to do something, right, stand up, okay? You can be much more innovative if you're standing up, right? If you are slouched like this, or if you're just chilling like this and you're wondering, okay, where's my phone call? Why aren't people joining my business? Why am I not a better trader? And you're just like that, stand up, okay? Raise your energy. Next thing, surround yourself with inspiration. All of you guys who are moaning, and I'm talking to a lot of you guys because a lot of you guys do moan, right? I'm speaking to all of you guys about kind of what can you do, right? Surround yourself with people who inspire you, yeah? If they don't inspire you, cut them out just for a year, right? Surround yourself with people who are creative, who do think outside the box, who are really, really good at what they do, right? Surround yourself with those people and then get a buddy, right? An accountability partner who can hold you to account. Some of you guys are not progressing because you're trying to hide, right? You're hiding in the background, and you need to make sure that you have that someone who can just be there with you, right? Now, in terms of trading, right, getting a buddy is the best thing you can do in terms of trading, okay? The reason why is because you can swap ideas with that trading buddy. I'm not talking about your upline, I'm not talking about the educators, I'm talking about buddy, right? Because the reason why you don't want to do it with your mentor is that it becomes blurred, and then it's just too much for one person. What you want to do in your team is you want to get one person, you don't even need to know them, and you need to start trading together. Start seeing, okay, do you like this session? Yeah, I like this session, right? And start being innovative in how you're learning with each other, right? So one thing I used to do is I used to jump on Zoom and make calls with the person on the Zoom, right? That was really easy. It made it more fun. So guys, make sure you are kind of getting yourself a buddy, an accountability partner where you can run with. And also another thing to know, guys, is if they're not running, cut them out, right? You want a buddy who runs. You don't want someone who moans. You don't want someone who slows you down. You don't want someone who literally just fucks around all day and doesn't care about your goals. You need a buddy that runs with you, not just have fun with you, okay? So make sure you remember that. Next thing, small projects, okay? So if you're thinking of becoming innovative, how do we become the next Jeff Bezos, right? Think of all the problems that you have right now. And guys, you all have a lot of problems. I know you do, because you're always moaning to uplines 24/7. So put down all your problems, right? All the problems that you have, and then count them as small projects, okay? So one problem can be I keep hitting stop loss, or one problem can be I keep over trading, or I'm losing money, right? Whatever it is, you want to put them all down, and then you want to count them as small projects, okay? So your project will be how to solve that tiny problem on its own, okay? So if I keep hitting stop loss, what can we do? Guys, what can you do if you keep hitting stop loss? Right in the chat, what can you do if you keep hitting stop loss? Right? What can we do? Come on, guys, are you not traders? What the fuck? Come on. What can you do if you keep hitting stop loss? Oh, wow, there are like 60 of you traders and you don't know what to do. Come on. Come on. What can we do if you keep hitting stop loss? Jump on, go live, stop trading for the day, work on a better strategy, stop trading, evaluate, check your strategy, choose different entries. Yeah? Practice on demo. Yeah? So guys, you've just come up with a solution to a small problem, and now this is your small project. So everything that you've just listed, that is now your project. Now, when you've done all these things that you're listing, you report and analyze on that, okay? So if, for instance, as is saying, obviously as an 8-figure trader, he would be having his input, choose different entries, right? Why would you not do that as your small project and be like, okay, today or this week or this month, I'm going to choose different entries, okay? And now I'm going to choose different entries, and then I'm going to report on how it is. Guys, if you went to uni, if you went to college, if you went to school, you know for a fact you have to write all of your projects, right? You can't just be like, yes, I've done the project, and there's no evidence, okay? Treat it like a project. Treat it like you are going to get graded on this, right? Make sure you stop acting like this is a hobby, right? This is no hobby. If this is your hobby, you guys are weird. This is not a hobby. A money-making activity to make us more money. If it's not making us more money, we need to fix it, okay? So you want to do that. Now, next thing you want to do in becoming innovative is you want to flip your assumptions, right? Flip your assumptions. So everyone has that inner voice that tells them they can't do shit. Everyone has that inner voice that says they are rubbish. Everyone has that inner voice that says, okay, they aren't shit, right? They won't be successful. They won't be loved. They aren't patient. They are like, everyone has those kind of assumptions in them. What you want to do when you hear your inner voice is you want to flip it. So for instance, if you want to invent something, right? and someone says to you, or you're in a voice is saying that won't sell, you want to flip your assumptions and you want to be the opposite to what you're saying, okay? This is how you can start becoming innovative, is that you start to bring out that childlike in you, okay? You want to bring it to life, and then you want to ban the norm, okay? So this week, I want everyone to ban the norm, okay? This week, everyone is going to do what they didn't do last week, okay? So if the norm is get up, brush your teeth, get ready, go out, go to work, come home, eat dinner, sleep. Whatever your norm is, you want to ban it, okay? If you are trying to use the same scanners that you used last week, or you want to use the same technique that you're using, but it's not making money, I want you guys to really look at what your norm is, and I want you to ban it. And I want you to spend 1 week of doing something out of your norm, right? So if you speak to 2 people, right? I know some of you guys are speaking to like 3 people and expect a business. I'm like, what the fuck, right? If you're speaking to 3 people, speak to 300 people, right? If you're looking at the charts and you're trying to work out this pair, but you're not jumping on go live, jump on 10 go lives, yeah? If you're doing something that you're not really going all in, go all in, right? Go all in on what you're not doing. And that would be the best way to start becoming innovative, okay? Because when you have less time to moan, you have more time to actually make progress. Then the final question you want to ask yourself is, what would my hero do, right? What would my hero do? So when you're in a situation this week, I want you to all think about who your hero is. Like, who is all your heroes anyway? Write down in your chat your heroes. Write down in your chat your heroes, right? Write whoever your hero is. And then you want to make sure, right? You want to make sure that you then do what your hero does, right? If your parents are your heroes and they had no money, no money, and they had to make money for you guys to eat, I'm pretty sure they won't go to sleep, right? I'm pretty sure they're not going to be like, oh, okay, I'll get it in the morning. Yeah, okay, never mind, I'll figure it out later on. Guys, listen, if your hero is your mom or your dad, I can guarantee you they're not sleeping if you haven't eaten, okay? So you want to make sure that you are in that same mindset as well. Now, what else is Jeff Bezos? Okay, I want you to write this down. Obviously, we're doing a whole week on Jeff Bezos, guys, so just remember that. So, hardcore realist, risk taker, and avid plans, right? So he's an avid plan maker. Now, one thing that Jeff Bezos does is he thinks and weighs all possibilities, right? All decisions he does is based on assessment, and he talks about it everywhere, okay? Everything is an assessment. Everything has a calculated risk and reward. Now, this theory is called regret minimization theory as well, so guys, write that down. Now, it's something that he really, really talks about. It's something that he really progresses, and it's something that he actually says is the reason for his success. This regret minimization theory is very simple. You have a choice, and he looks at what his future self would do, and would he regret not doing it? So you want to ask yourself, what would I regret more? So about 1.5 years ago, I actually did quit my job. Right, I did quit my job 1 month into IM, and one thing that I could see, and I didn't do this, I didn't know these fancy words, but one thing I was analyzing was, would I be happier doing this, or would I be unhappy not doing it, right? So what would I regret more? Would I regret not quitting? I'm not saying quit your jobs, guys, because it's fucking hard, but I'm saying, would I regret not quitting and going all in, or would I regret quitting and going all in? Now, my kind of judgment was this. If I quit, right, and then I went all in and it didn't work, right, I can just get another job. That's in my head. I was just like, whatever, I can just get another job. Because, guys, I had all the qualifications. I had everything under my belt anyway. So I was like, I'll just get another job. No worries. Yeah, I can try it for 1 year, and then what happened? Now skip forward 1 year, right? So skip now, right, to where I'm at right now. And if I had to think, okay, should I get a job? I say money was bad, or say whatever, should I get a job? I couldn't think of anything worse in my head. I could not go back to that life. So it kind of makes me think, okay, maybe I made the best decision because I wasn't happy where I was. So when you guys get 2 options, use a theory that Jeff Bezos uses, and is regret minimization theory, and is go with the option that you're going to regret the least. right? Go with the option you're going to regret the least. Now, I can tell you, I have seen very successful traders, very successful business owners, really, like the amount of money people are making in business. And I realized that if I quit, right, I'm losing all that opportunity to do that just so I can be in a situation where I wouldn't be happy. So you want to make your decisions based on where you're most happiest. So where's the most happiness, right? Oh, sorry guys. Where's the most happiness? You want to also be well organized, okay? So another thing you want to do, which Jeff Bezos is he's super anal about plans, right? And organization and plans with risks, right? He calculates every risk. And even if it has a huge risk, he knows he'll regret it less if he does it and goes all in. Now, one of you guys that need to realize is some of you want results, but you're not going all in. And then when you don't get results, you think it doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is because you're not working, right? If you're finding trading hard, guys, you need 5 years, yeah, to really, I genuinely have seen so many traders. And one thing I've clocked is that you need 5 years. You need to give yourself 5 years. Or, you know, a uni degree is 3, right? Give yourself 3. You can't be a millionaire overnight. You can't be a millionaire with no mistakes. You can't be a millionaire without trying. You can't be a millionaire without working all hours under the sun. So you have to understand that if you want to be all in something, you genuinely need to be your whole heart's in it, okay? Don't pretend that just because just because you've heard that people can do it quick, that you can. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, okay? So how can we not live with regrets? Write that down. How can we not live with regrets? First thing, reflect on past regrets. Okay, if you're a trader, you know what that means. Reflect on your losses. If you have a business and you're losing people, reflect on the people that have left your business. Right? Very, very, very easy. So reflect on past regrets. Okay, so you want to look at what you've regretted in the past and why didn't it work out, and you want to see how can you make it better, right? So you want to reflect on your past. This is super crucial in trading, super crucial in business. Okay, without this process, you won't be better. Then you want to have a conversation with yourself, right? And you want to ask yourself, what will I regret in life? Okay, so for me, I will regret not living the happiest I can be. I will regret always doubting myself. I will definitely regret not going on the trips, not having time, not living in a great place. I will regret all these things. So you want to write down what you're going to regret, right? So if you guys did nothing this week, right? Nothing this week, you want to ask yourself, what will you regret? Will you regret not working? Will you regret not working on your dreams? Will you regret not making new friends? What would you do? You want to then find the root. Find the root of all your regrets. It's always linked, by the way. So everything you regret in life is linked, okay? So if you're regretting not going all out, if you're regretting not putting enough effort in, it's linked to everything, okay? So that will be your love, your family, your money situation. Your root to your problems are all linked with each other, okay? The sooner you understand that, the better, okay? So if you are very impatient, yeah, and you regret making snap decisions, you will carry that in your relationships, in your friendships, in your family, in your trading, in your business. It's all connected, okay? So the best thing that you can do is find the root of all your problems, because they're all linked. And when you solve that, your life will be much better off, okay? So if you're impatient, you're going to be impatient in love. You're going to be impatient in your family. You're going to be impatient with everything else, and you won't be happy. If you are lazy, yeah, if you are genuinely a lazy person and you are always tired and you have no energy, that goes in your love, in your family, in your health, in your faith, everything, right? So you really want to know what your regrets are and what's the root of that regret. And you want to take a good look at yourself and say, can I live the next 50, 60, hopefully all of us live to 100, right? Can we live maybe even 150, right? You never know. So do I want to live all the way to 150 with the same fucking regrets over and over again? Because let me tell you one thing, guys. If you don't solve the root, the universe gives you the same test again, right? So when you have this nature or whatever your problem is, you will get given everything you want, right? So imagine you have the most perfect situation. You're so happy, right? But you haven't solved your problems. There will be the universe giving you another lesson with the same problem that you had a year ago that you haven't solved, right? And then it's going to test you. Okay, so if you keep making the same mistakes that you made last year, I can guarantee you're going to get the same results. Okay, so next thing, number 4, accept that you are a work in progress. Okay, accept that you're a work in progress. You do have to be a realist, you do have to take risk, and you do need to plan, but imagine you are still a work in progress. The only time you're not a work in progress is when you quit. Okay, so when you quit on whatever your dream is, that's when you're not a work in progress anymore. You just quit. Value your time and energy. Now, this is the last thing, guys, before we close off, because obviously it's only supposed to be half an hour call. Okay, last thing for today. Jeff Bezos is the most competitive person in the world. And I can happily say that, right? Because this guy's psycho when it comes to competitive, right? He's the most competitive person in the world. And that is why he's the richest person in the world, okay? He created competition, not just crave it, right? So he wanted to create the competition. He wanted to actually bring out every bit inside him to be the best. Now, some of you guys aren't the best because you don't think you are the best, and you don't even want the competition. You're like, you know what? I just want to be on my own. Like, I just want to keep myself to myself. Guys, you won't be as rich as Jeff Bezos if you're not competitive. So if you're on this call and you want to just kind of make it work, just know that this is a $1 billion call, right? So he's earning billions. For you to be earning billions, you need to be competitive, okay? So let me give you an example. Amazon had a child product competitor, right? He did have a competitor, believe it or not. And one thing that he did, because he's savage, right? He brought his prices so low, right? He was like, I'm going to be the cheapest for everyone. I don't give a shit. I will do everything in my power to get the best deals, to get the best prices, and to promote to as many people as possible. So the child product competitor started lowering their prices down as well, okay? Because they wanted to match Amazon. So bringing it down, he was bringing it down because he's competitive, and then the next one was bringing down, then the next one. But guess what? Competitor collapsed due to this competitiveness, okay? Now, I don't care what you guys say about competition. What I'm telling you is if you want to be the best, you actually have to be the best, right? You want to get as paid like everyone else, you need to be better than everyone else. It's that simple. You already know this, okay? He wanted to be the best in the world. He didn't just want to participate like some of you guys here, okay? If you want to become a 9, 10 figure trader, right, you have to be better than an 8-figure trader, right? If you want to become a 7-figure trader, you have to be better than the 6-figure traders, okay? Now, you have to have that burning desire inside you to be better, right? So you can compete. You can't just go out every day and be like, okay, I'll try it, right? Or I'll make it work or do something, right? Guys, you have to be in competition at all times, okay? So Jeff Bezos worked hours and hours and hours to work out the best way to go that step further. He didn't sleep. So how do we become more competitive? Because I think some of you guys need to be way more competitive, not just with other people, but just with yourself. Like some of you guys are chilling like you have no life to live, right? So number 1, game never ends. So when you hit a goal, it's still not over, right? You have to understand, to be a highly competitive person, the game never ends. So when you go to sleep, game's not ending. When you go in the shower, game's not ending. When you take a day off, game's not ending. When you are actually trying to be a billionaire, right? The game's not ending. No one sleeps, okay? So you need to understand that this game that you're in doesn't stop for you, right? So if you're having an off day, right? It hasn't ended. if you're thinking, okay, well, how can I be better than everyone else? You got to understand, everyone is working around the clock. All those successful people are working unbelievable hours with immense strength, right? Great resilience. And also, they're looking up to the people who have done it already. Okay. You need to give 110% all the time. Some of you guys are in retirement, I swear. You need to go in 110%, right? Listen, yeah, I was speaking to someone yesterday, I won't name any names, but he was saying, and I know he knows who he is, he was saying, maybe I just can't go anymore, right? And I honestly know, right, how people can go, right? And he was like, maybe I can't go anymore. I'll tell you his percentage he was going at. Maximum 20%, right? Maximum he was going 20%, right? And he was like, maybe I can't do it anymore. So he's saying he can't go in another 90% to be that billionaire. So that shows you how you think, right? If you think you can't go anymore, let me tell you, you're not going full out. I know people aren't going full out. If you were going full out, you'd be a billionaire by now. You'll be a millionaire. You'll be loaded. You'll be living your best life, right? So you want to compare yourself to yesterday, right? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yesterday. Are you better than you were yesterday in all aspects of your life? Are you better with family, with friends, with faith, with health, with wealth? Yeah, you want to compare all those aspects of yourself yesterday. So how you were yesterday, how you are today. Don't just compare your wealth to yesterday. Compare everything, your love, your relationships, your friendships, your family, everything that you do in your day-to-day. Are you better than yesterday? You want to have a killer instinct. Now, this is a very, very controversial tactic, but I do think that a lot of people use this. Okay, so write this down, killer instinct. Everyone has a killer instinct, okay? Where if shit was going to hit the fan, they were going to die, this killer instinct will come out, right? Everyone has a killer instinct. Now, one thing that you need to understand is everyone's killer instinct is different, okay? Everyone's killer instinct is different. So this is your worst trait of yourself. Obviously, the name is in the title, killer, right? It's in the title. I'm not saying do this, guys. I'm just saying everyone has a dark side. Everyone needs to bring out that dark side and be healthy about it. So let me tell you what people's dark sides can include, okay? Number one is they can be, for instance, a very, very, very jealous person, right? That's their dark side. They have intense jealousy. I'm not saying you guys have jealousy. I'm just saying this dark side inside you has different things. First one could be jealousy. People can be naturally jealous, okay? So what you want to do to be competitive is you want to bring that jealousy out, and you want to be so competitive that you're using this jealousy to fuel you, right? So if you're jealous of other people, you are looking at that person, you're like, okay, I'm going to beat you. Jealousy will bring this killer instinct out. Now, the reason why this killer instinct works is because you can't just pretend it's not there. It is there, but you need to use it as fuel, not as to hurt someone else, but just for you to be better, right? So if you're a jealous person, you need to make sure the person you're jealous of, and there are dark sides to you, you are jealous of certain people, you have to be better. Now, there's other things as well. Some people's dark side is they're very, very, very possessive, right? Very, very, very possessive, right? Of their things, of their money. And their dark side is that they want everything to be theirs. Now, you would bring that out inside you. And if you want everything to be yours, you have to bring the best self out to be able to have everything, right? So you have to use your killer instinct as that main push to be competitive, right? So if you, whatever your dark side is, I don't know what your dark side is. If you want to be in the limelight a lot, so you might have a lot of pride, then you might want to be the one that showcased the best. That would be how you become competitive. If you're very jealous in general, then you have to be better than who you're jealous of, right? If you're very possessive, then you need to own everything. You right? Actually own everything, take care of everything, right? So you got to use your killer instinct to really take this competition seriously, and that's not with other people yourself, okay? So you want to be different. You want to learn to love losing as well, by the way. Trading, one of the best days I've had has always been after the worst day I've had, okay? Remember that. Your best day of trading will sometimes be after your worst day of trading, okay? You learn to love losing, because when you do, you learn, right? You learn in general, okay? You never make excuses. If you want to be competitive, you never make excuses, right? The game is still on, and you want to give credit to where it's due. So if someone's helping you and you've been helped by someone, give credit, because that's the only way. And then the rest is up to you, okay? Now, before we end, these are the 5 questions I want to keep asking you guys. Every day this week, I ask you these questions, and every day I want to see your responses in the chat, okay? So whatever chat you're in, I want you to start thinking about this. What are the 5 most important values for you? What are the 3, this comes before setting your goals. What are the 3 most important goals right now? Answer in 30 seconds. How would you spend your time if you only had 6 months to live? How would you change your life if you have $1 million tomorrow, pounds, whatever, euros, whatever? What's something you always wanted to do, but you were afraid to do? What do you enjoy most to do in life? If you were guaranteed success, what exciting dream and goal would you set? So these are the questions I want you to ask yourself today, guys, and I want you to all answer them in the chats that you're in your team chats, in LFG chats, in every chat that you have. I want you to at least answer one of these questions, right? And every day we'll answer a different one. And today we have finished learning day 1 in how to be Jeff Bezos. So that is the end of today's call, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge. I hope you guys can also, just in general, have an amazing day. And what I want you to do is focus on how to be a better person. Tomorrow's call will be same time tomorrow, and we can freaking go. So thank you so much, guys. Say your thank yous in the chat that you're in. So whatever your team chats are, guys, make sure you write your feedback, because people didn't jump on this call. You need to tell them how much they missed, okay? You need to show the world that you gained value. I don't want thank yous in this one. I want you in the team chats right now telling people what they missed, okay? Because people are getting lazy as hell. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing day. Stay blessed, stay humble, and stay hungry. Take care.